Hey everybody, how we doing? Boy, my camera's really foggy here. I wonder if I got some kind of schmutz on my camera here. Is this just my eyes, or is it does it look as bad on your end as it looks camera lens? How's everybody doing? Let me know if it looks more blurry than normal to you all, or if it's just me. I might have something on I mean, that just looks really out of focus over there. How's everybody doing? Colin, the lines are the same. Michael giving the dog a bath. 140. Hungry. Yeah. No, he was definitely not happy last night, Amanda. That is for sure. Hey, Ryan Ree. There you go, Stephen. The coworker came back and offered you another crack at the bet. Fantastic. Boy, this is really bad, isn't it? This is so weird. Let me hold on a second. Let me come back over here. Hey, Eminol, how we doing? Yeah, we're ready. We're absolutely ready for tonight. I'm gonna go get a Q-tip. I'll be right back. I must have something on my camera lens. This looks terrible. Just give me a second. Hold on a second. That might look a little bit better. Maybe it's just not enough light. I don't know. It's distracting to me. If it looks a little bit better, you guys let me know. Chunky, last night was amazing. Playoff hockey at its finest, no doubt. No doubt. I know. I thought it was going to be a Panthers overtime. I know. Kyle saying the Jim Montgomery special. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's see here. Where's my settings? Wait a minute. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, that's better. That's better. Now we're back to normal. Okay. Now we're normal fuzzy instead of just terribly fuzzy. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, the playoffs have been amazing. They keep going like this. We're all in for a treat. Though that was the best the best weekend of game sevens I can remember in a while. To get both of those, that was just insane. There's no way both teams are going to do it, right? And then they did. In that overtime game, we were close to a long one, no doubt. Especially St. Louis just wasn't putting the puck on net enough. Let me open up this window. It's warm in here. No bugs fly in. You hear me? I don't want any bugs flying in. No bugs, no birds. All right? Guys, just stay over there. Jimmy St. Dennis Show says he thinks it'll be Toronto versus Winnipeg. Ooh, I don't know about that. And I mean, I'm talking about Winnipeg. Forget the Toronto part. I understand why people think Toronto. If Toronto can beat Florida, they can beat anybody. We'll just leave that. But Winnipeg, Helliebuck, 2 more rounds. Ooh, okay. Tell him to send me some of what he's smoking. Shonky says the Western Conference seems like they have better series than the Eastern. Those matchups can go both ways. A little bit. Amanda says, I was laughing so hard and Kyle gave me the stink eye. He was pissed. I tried to take it easy on him the second night, Amanda. I was rubbing his back. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. But boy, when the camera turned off, he was pissed. 2 nights in a row. 2 nights in a row. You know, I told him he's got to be cocky about it. He's got to sit there and be like, hey, my team's going to win. Just, he needs to give it back to me. And then I felt bad for him. Kenny says it's because I complain when the games are all finishing in 6, so I got 2 7s. Yeah. Yeah, IDK, I saw that. He said Dangle has us in 7, right? And then us losing to Dallas. Dallas is a good team. Sure. A Dallas-Florida series, that would be, it would be good, but like, you know what I mean? Because both teams have the ability to be playing really well and look like they're doing nothing at all. So that series could be a little bit of a snoozer, even though the games would be good. Hey, Pente. Jets got it done. I know. Barely. Silva says, yeah, not Winnipeg. Yeah, I can buy saying, look, if Toronto beats the Panthers, anybody that beats Florida can win the cup. That's easy call, right? I'm not so sure Toronto has. I'm not so sure anybody. Forget Toronto. I don't know who beats Florida 4 out of 7 right now. As healthy we are and everything like that. But it don't mean it can't happen. Craig says shots from a distance matter. Never can block everything. Yeah, exactly. It was always it's just like when Winnipeg hit that post, you kind of knew it was like, okay, they're getting close. They're getting real close. And sure enough, Penta, you think the Jets will beat Dallas? Avalanche, pretty good team. I don't know. I got to get those series previews out. I got to remember that, but I don't know. Kenneth says I got the Panthers in my bracket, but I'm willing to bust my bracket for the Leafs. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm scrolling down to the bottom. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Says Kyle, more pancakes. Your dad's too hyped. Okay, young man. That's what they pay us for, man. They pay us to entertain, right? Look, the first one, Amanda, I was so hyped about Dallas because I'd been calling that since the trade. I said Rantanen was going to go back and be a pain in the ass for the Avs in the playoffs. So that's what got me so excited about the Dallas team. I had him in my bracket. The fact that it was Rantanen doing it, that's what got me so excited about that. I like chaos. I like the chaos, Andy says, I watched a lot of hockey again this season. When comparing those teams, I pick the Jets all day, every day. Well, it's regular season Jets versus playoff Jets. That's the thing, Pente, is the Jets look like that in the regular season all the time. Hellebuyck's got to be better. He's got to be better. He obviously settled down, and maybe he's gotten over that hump now. But boy, the first 3 goals, they weren't great. Still, Vegas, Dallas conference final, make it go 7, make it leave whoever emerges with one healthy D-man, a few third liners, right? The internet's going out again? Hold on. Ah, shit. Dealing with this crap again? Hold on. Give me a minute. This really shouldn't be happening. Let me take this off here. Just bear with me. Just hold on. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff on this laptop that shouldn't be running. Just bear with me. Let me get this stuff fixed. I'll back out and come back in. We should be good again. I'm going to back out and come back in. So just give me 30 seconds. All right. We'll see if that fixes the problem. Thanks for letting me know, because when I blow up the chat, I can't see the little low internet signal. So appreciate that. Well, we'll see. So what do we got? I got Florida, obviously. I think the Canes are going to beat Washington, but I thought the Canadiens were going to beat Washington. So maybe I'm just coping and hoping somebody beats Washington. It could be that. I definitely am picking Dallas and Vegas, Edmonton. Holy crap. I had to get back to you on that. Colin says, what are the keys to winning game 1 tonight? Honestly, Colin, it's a mirror image of the Lightning series. Survive the energy that Toronto's going to come out with and keep the game close. Now, of course, game 1 against Tampa, but completely different, didn't it? We just came out and never stopped. But my assumption is Toronto's going to come out pretty hot and heavy. If we can get out of the first period only down 1 goal, I think that's, and stay out of the box. No stupid message sending, penalty inducing hits in the first period. And David saying hit him hard and early and often. I disagree, David. Not in the first period. Not in the first period. I don't want to give any instant momentum on that power play to Toronto. I know you say it's game 1 set the tone. I don't want the tone to be the physical. I don't want that series with Toronto. I want to skate them to death. I want to skate them to death. We have the guys to do it. That's just my opinion. I don't want to find out in the first period if the refs are going to call it really tight. I don't want to find out. The second period, fine. First period, just come out and do this Panther thing, which is just suffocating forecheck. Nothing stupid. Okay, it says round 1 bracket review when? Maybe I'll put something together this afternoon. Maybe I'll put together something this afternoon, Kenneth, even if I make a post. Having a little trouble breathing. I'm okay. Don't nobody call 911. I'm okay. It's weird. Somebody said they disagree. I want to see. Colin says, I think if Swaggy or Reinhardt can get it going in this series, it could be quick. Jesse says, I disagree. I think this Toronto team is going to be different because they have 3 players from our team last year that sure are going to want to beat us. Well, sure. Yeah. I mean, are you saying you think it's going to be different? You disagree that the Panthers are going to win, or that you disagree that we should not play physical, overly physical? Which one? Craig says, bore and frustrate them. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Craig. It's exactly, maybe, second period, we'll see. But let Toronto find out. In fact, let Toronto come out and start laying the hits. Let them find out how the refs are going to call it. How about that? I like that. Let Toronto come out and start trying to take runs at our guys in the first period, and then we'll see what the refs do. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Eyes. Thank you, Eyes. He says 20 of 23 ESPN experts picked the Panthers for this series. Since ESPN is always wrong, we're screwed. Well, even a broken clock, you know the story. Panthers, Toronto has a lot of firepower. Don't underestimate. I'm not underestimating. I'm just looking what that's the same thing we could say about Tampa, right? We got 2 sulky guys on the top line. We tend to shut those guys down. Not perfect, but you look at Cooch, right? And Tampa Bay's power play and everything that you can say about the Leafs offensively, you could say in many regards about Tampa. So if the Panthers are playing their game, they're playing their game. Yeah, don't let Tavares, and especially Nyes, Craig. Nyes is the one guy. He's the one guy Ryan thinks Chucky is going to do everything like Chucky does to intimidate the players like he did against Boston in 23. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just feel like the Panthers are going to play this a little bit differently. Like I feel like Maurice and the guys got together and said, they're going to know, they got a goalie, they got a defenseman, and they got a forward from our championship team. Like, I'm not going to be shocked if Maurice has some kind of wrinkle in there. Hey, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, help Jaws buy more pancakes for Kyle. He's got to cook them. He's got to cook them this morning. Yeah. I got to wash the dishes. The mess he made me in the kitchen last night because he was up super late. I wake up and my best nonstick pan is just like covered in, I don't even know what he cooked. No idea what he cooked. But so, yeah. I got to clean the kitchen so he can make the pancakes for tonight. Thank you again, Amanda. Jesse who says, I'm just saying that they're going to really want to beat us, the three of them. No, disagree. Yeah, I understand there. Yeah. Yeah. Glenn, yeah, just play it cool, right? At least the beginning of the game, we don't need to send our message later. I don't want any stupid penalties. And yeah, I'm talking to you, Chucky. Pendy says Toronto's decor is better than Tampa in your eyes. Yeah, no disagreement there, for sure. Yeah. It's just a matter of where we get our shots from and if we get hot, if they're going to let us get guys in front. I mean, Tampa was leaving our guys open in front the whole series. So we're going to have to find ways to get pucks on net, deflections. Who, Kenneth? I can't even, who? What? Yeah, Pente. Nice has been really good. Yeah. Hungry. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah. He says I was watching low quality Bruins, and he brought up an interesting point. The talent level difference in the third line will put pressure on the Leafs' top lines to cover their lines and the third line. Marchand has just looked better and better and better. And I mean, look, if we're going to start getting multi-point games from Eetu Luosterainen, okay, that's going to be tough on whoever we're playing, right? If we're going to start getting guys like Luosterainen getting points, that's going to be tough for another team to handle. Pendy says, I want to see more out of Swaggy and Reinhart. Can it be difference makers? Let's hope so. Well, I mean, the difference maker for me with those two, with Barkov and Reinhart right now, is just shutting down the other team's elite scoring, right? And that's where especially that third line comes in. If we shut down their top scorers again, and then you got, that third line cooking, that's tough because one goal here, one goal there, that's the whole series, right? Trey says, I think the Cats can't be afraid to play their physical game. Don't mind the physical penalties. It's the lazy ones that get me. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying early on, let Toronto test it. Because that's one thing we don't know is how the refs are going to call the series, right? I mean, we've seen, it's been weird how they've been calling, especially Tkachuk. Like they gave him 2 unsportsmanlikes. And I don't even know if it was something that he said or whatever, but they've been calling him weird. But then every time there's a whistle, there's a dude that comes and puts his arm around Tkachuk and escorts him away from everybody. David says, no, let's rock and roll. We want another coach fuming and the Leafs fans saying how mean and dirty we are. It's our best version. Amanda says, Jaws, we will split in Toronto and win 3 straight, and maybe a lucky Leafs balance. It could go 6. Amanda's been pretty good at calling them. If we split in Toronto, in my opinion, we split in Toronto, we're good to go. That's what we've got to do. Yeah, and I've got Panthers in 6. That's what I'm thinking as well. Although, considering history, if it goes 7, right, Florida would have to feel pretty good about their chances. So, but you don't want to lose game 6. If we've got them on the rocks, if we got them on the ropes game 6, you want to finish. Glenn says we need to get Stolarz trying to move side to side. Craig, yeah, man, that's why I want to sign Marchand. Petty says Kosasha is some defensive-minded player. I'd love to see Reinhart getting more offense and also Swaggy. Swaggy's Swaggy. We need him. Not that we don't need Reinhart, but Verhaeghe's been laying the body. We can't say that he's only just been a one-dimensional player. You don't do it during the regular season, but at least he's realized he's not scoring and he needs to contribute in other ways. And he's done that. I got no problem with Verhaeghe's game. I know that we're used to 40 goals a year from him, but if we're winning games, we're winning games. Apparently, no Samoskevich as well. Pente says also worth mentioning Tkachuk played an average of 14 minutes in the first round, and that goes back to the third line. They're us being able, it's not a big mismatch if our third line ends up out there against the second line of the other team. It's not like, oh my God, Lundell and Luostarinen can't handle themselves. So it's such a benefit having those guys on the third line, which is what makes signing Bennett so important. It's like, yeah, Lundell could probably handle 2C, but not probably in the same capacity as Bennett. But having Lundell at 3C is just an absurd advantage most nights. David says, LOL, Chucky gets away with a lot, but again, we beat teams down and win physicality and goaltending. Don't fear it and embrace it. Well, goaltending, yes. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But if we do something stupid and give up a goal in the first period, don't say I didn't tell you so. Silva says, all right, so we win both in Toronto. Then we win both in Sunrise, and then Toronto wins 5 straight to win in 9. I like it. Yeah, David, he says he got Cats in 5 unless Stolarz. And Stolarz is that's an X factor. No doubt. How he shows up in this series is going to go a long way. Michael says, what scares me is the games Florida played slow. Game 4, good example. They shouldn't have won that game, in my opinion. They were so slow and late and lazy. They got very lazy. I think that if they do that against the Leafs, there must be a second part here. Geez, I'm way behind in the chat. Well, I hear what you're saying. I mean, they did have the comeback, right? But you know, in the playoffs, a lot of times it's if you win, not really so much how you win, right? You look at Game 6 against Boston those years back. Bob wasn't good in that game, right? The defense wasn't good in that game, but we found a way to win. Okay, so the second part was it's over and they are younger and more hungry than Tampa, right? Sasha says we need to see Sam over Bolquist. I guess Colin said at practice it was Samoskevich out. So, I mean, I hate that he's just removed him from the lineup like that. I was kind of looking forward to not just Samoskevich on that second line, but if you were able to get Bolquist and Rodriguez going on that fourth line, those guys can put the puck in the back of the net. Not 30-goal guys, but certainly 15 to 20 goal guys if they can finish their chances. I was kind of really hoping we could keep that together. But whatever Maurice saw, it was enough to just take the kid completely out of the lineup. And the problem is it's not like a spot really to move him down. He's not a fourth line guy. It's like that spot next to Bennett or nothing, I guess. Kenneth says an X factor for short or long series is Tanev blocking shots and not getting injured doing so. Yeah. Silva says, cut pack, go get 2 Finns and an ex-Bruin for your third line. Wins you a series sometimes, right? Benja says, Samo isn't ready for the playoff hockey in my mind. I'd rather play Boquist. Well, I mean, coach agrees with you. So, you know, I like to go with the results on the ice. We won 2 games. I would have liked to see him get an opportunity to continue to, you know, but it is what it is. Hey, Kyle, how you doing? Okay. Just doing the stream. You find everything from last night? Okay, I didn't look because I slept in, so I got to do it after the stream anyway. Don't forget, you got to cook pancakes later today. I just want to remind you. Okay. Oh, you're going to the Panthers game on the 16th? What's that, this weekend? Next weekend? What game is the 16th? Is that, would that be 6? Can't be 4. Where today's the 5th, 7th. Yeah, that would have to be game 6 if it gets that far, right? Or are you talking about going in Toronto? Ship Stolia public subs, right? Oh, happy birthday, Jameson. Sposh says, what has Boquist done to stay on the ice? I guess there's people that feel he's a more of a complete player, even though he's not putting the puck in the back of the net. I mean, I get that. I get it. I do. I can be disappointed that Samoskevich is out, though. You know what I mean? I mean, it is 15 goals. But if we're winning games, we're winning games. But that's why I didn't want him to take him out, because we were winning games. Hey, JC. Kenneth says 2 years ago, the Leafs stole the series in Tampa. Tampa was the better team, but lost all 3 games in Tampa in overtime. And that can happen. That can happen. I mean, look, the Panthers swept the Canes, but come on now. 4 overtimes, overtime, and then the sweep was Kachuk with a few seconds left. I mean, 1 goal here, 1 goal there is everything. Public subs. Sam might have got dinged up, so we wouldn't know this time of year. I mean, that's one way to look at it. I heard he was at practice on the second line earlier the week, so I thought maybe Maurice was going to reset, but maybe with Ekblad out, he doesn't want to do it. Either way, I hate to say I hope he doesn't get back into the lineup, but I hope he doesn't get back into the lineup because he's only back in if somebody really gets hurt in the top 9 because he really doesn't belong on the 4th line. That was really my complaint was if you were going to do something, Paul, just take him out because him on the 4th line is not – that just makes the kid look worse. Oh, on the 6th. Okay. Michael says that's the sound of a sleep-deprived and sad hockey fan. It's okay, Kyle. Yeah, you'll be all right. JC says Stoli has a fail-safe program. When Chucky says pen, pineapple, apple pen, he will go back to default settings, Swiss cheese, and juicy rebounds. Oh, my God. So Trey says, I love the kid, but it's because Sammy stopped skating on opponents' breakaways. Always going to get benched when it appears you aren't putting in the effort, which is so strange because that's not That's like not been like he's been the guy given the most effort many nights. So it's just odd about that. Hey MJ, how you doing, brother? Hey buddy, thank you, MJ. He says, happy Cinco de Mayo, Jaws. It's been a while since I caught a noon stream. Coming to you from Laguna Niguel, California. I'm visiting my close family friends. How about Winnipeg? What a game. Panthers Leafs tonight. Headlines in a moment. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, bud. Silva says, give Maurice a coffee and Boquist whatever juice Ekblad was drinking. 20-goal game for Boquist. I forgot to sober up before chat. Shafai says, I'm glad Greer is playing. He's the great guy. And, yeah, I mean, look, we've got so many guys. We've got so many guys that it's a good problem to have. It genuinely is. I just hate it for Sam Miskevich to I mean, he's done nothing but look better and better and better and better all season. So, but there's no room if that's what he's doing. Why he would do that, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Not saying he didn't do stuff like that, but it's just strange that he would, because he's been the high effort guy all year. Coot says Canes might have been the first team to get swept in 5. Exactly. Exactly, right? David says Canes Caps going to 7. I wonder what I picked in my bracket. I got to look at my bracket. Foxy says, I hate to say it, I think the Leafs have the advantage on defense. If you did I miss a super chat? Which one, MJ? I thought I got to it. Or is that just No, I didn't miss one. I got yours, or maybe you left that comment after I said something. Let me scroll down to the bottom. Hungry says Sam will be a menace the next couple of years. Oh, okay. All right, MJ, I got it. Yeah, I find sometimes that the chat is behind what I'm saying by a little bit. So it's all good. Michael, that's exactly what I think. Samuel, he's asking if I think Samuel will one day be our Nyes. That's exactly. Exactly. I don't know how much bigger he's going to fill out. Nyes looks like a freaking truck on skates. Michael says, also, as Maurice said in the post-series, good interview, but the bond between Panthers, I feel like having that understanding that it doesn't matter what line you're on, they're all capable at the top line. I get it. How much are tickets? How much are tickets right now? I assume a couple $100, right? Yeah, Samuel will be fine. I mean, you got to pencil him in next to Bennett next year at the start of the season. I would hate for him to not get back in, but it's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have. A lot of times you get a guy that you can move down, but Samuel's just not there yet. So we'll see. I did think that Maurice was he sat for the rest of the Lightning series, and I thought Maurice would kind of hit the reset button and put him back in. But apparently I was wrong. Unless he just didn't like how he was looking at practice. So Manda says they will not pay Bennett. Just don't see a world with Panthers without Bennett. He's going to have to take – he's going to, anybody that wants to stay at this point is going to have to take a team-friendly deal, right? I mean, Lundell is a good hockey player. But if we don't – and this is why it wouldn't make any sense to not pay Bennett, because if you don't pay him and you got to move Lundell up, fine, but you got to go get a 3 seed. He's not on the team. You're not going to put Boquist at 3C and expect to win a cup. I don't know about putting Luster-Ryan in there either. I mean, it's not the same. We would lose a massive advantage. So, I mean, Bennett just he keeps the lineup what it needs to be. So, I mean, I even said if he wants 8, if he'll take 4 years at $8 million, yes, it's an overpay, but you pay him because that keeps the window completely together. It keeps everything intact. Because at some point these guys are going to get older, and we're going to be, quote, out of it and not a contender. But if you don't pay them, we're not a contender. Unless you really replace Lundell, and Lundell would need to take, one more step up, which he might have that in him. Hey, thank you, MJ. Thank you, MJ. He says, sports headline, 2027 draft will be in D.C. Oh, that's interesting. That's close enough. Huh. Michigan coach Sherrod Moore suspended 2 games. Julian Edelman voted into Patriots Hall of Fame. Max Scherzer on to 60-day DL. Congratulations, Mitch Marner and his wife on their first baby. Oh, very cool. That's cool. Usually those guys score goals. We need to keep Marner off the scoreboard. Damn it. Thank you, MJ. David says at most it's a 6-year window and we're in year 3. Right. Shafash says I wouldn't give Bennett more than 5 years. No, that's what I mean. Yeah. If he'll take $8 million for 4 years, you sign that contract. You sign that contract. I mean, that takes care of the forward group for the whole rest of the window. Right? And because, let's be honest. I mean, in 5 years, Barkov's going to be, 30, 31? Hold on. Don't you dare. Get out of here. Out. Now he's pissed, too. Damn it. Shit. He came in, too, the bastard. All right, hold on a second. Get out of here. Oh, I nailed him. Oh, God, I nailed him. Hold on a second. I got to spray and make damn it. I told you to stay outside, you dummy. Now, are you really dead or are you just playing dead? He's under the book. Oh shit, he's alive. Fucker. Hold on, I gotta flip over the book. Now I gotta step on him. You idiot. Well, now you're dead. I'm not even moving the book. Damn it. I whacked him. Damn it. Oh, this was a hornet. He flew right in, and there goes the damn stream again. You know what? This internet, son of a bitch. There it goes. I think it's coming back. Huh? Don't start this crap with me, internet. All right, let's go. That's the Leafs fan trying to get in our arena. Jeez. He flew right in, and he's on the other side of the curtain, or the other side of the flag, and I tried to swat him out, and he came right in. So I had my book, and I just whacked him. And he gone now. He gone now. Damn it. All right. Did Amanda give another 5? Hold on a second. Let me see what I missed. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. She says if the Panthers lose to the Leafs, it's like the Chiefs losing against the Bills somehow. Bills have what it takes, but the logistics aren't there. That's about right. Thank you again. Hey, Frank. Oh, man. Okay. F, you're already in the arena. You'll be trolling us big time. That's okay. We're good. We're good with that. Thank you for letting me know when the stream does that, because I can't see it. That was the Hornet was screwing with the internet, I guess. I don't know. I got to clean up this. I got to clean this laptop off before the game. So, all right. So that was exciting. Jeez, why they all gotta be Hornets trying to come in here too? It's none of the bumblebees come in. If the bumblebees come in, they can stay. They're not going to do anything. Dumbass Hornet, huh? I don't really want to kill them, but so Shafasi says, who's the X factor for the Panthers this series? Mikkola. Yeah, Mikkola. I don't know why. Mikkola. Yeah. Trey says, can't deny it. Having the Leafs for your opponent is good for business. That's true. That's very, very true. Yeah. Kenneth. Oh boy, Kenneth. Don't even joke like that. That's not funny, man. That's not funny. Oh. I know, Shafasi. What a bargain we got for Mikkola, right? Amanda says, Jaws, if the Panthers repeat, I'll donate a MacBook so I can troll all day. I appreciate that, Amanda. Oh, my God. They're going to repeat. If they stay healthy and they do the right stuff and they play like themselves. And I think that's, you got all the matchups and you got everything else. You got everything that happens inside of a game. But where I have a hard time getting to, and I said this in the preview, it's just like, I have a hard time getting to where I'm seeing this version of these Panthers healthy getting eliminated. Like, we've seen how this team can play. But since the Boston series, with the exception of being, dead and broken against Vegas, we've not faced an elimination scenario. So I can't imagine what this team, healthy, with everything that they've been through on the line, how they would play if they actually got into an elimination scenario. That's the part where I just have a hard time feeling like another team's going to have a hard time getting that fourth win. Greg says, wash out for wasps and hornets. They send out pheromones. Yeah, they trying to send out the message that it's safe to come in here. Son of a bitch. I hate to kill them. That's why I shoo them out the window. But I mean, like, the window's open and nothing else is flying around. And just like this one hornet just decides, okay, I'm just coming in. It's like, what are you doing? Don't you have a brain? Man, I'm talking about playoffs. I'm talking about, I should be specific there. I'm talking about playoff elimination, not in the cup. I get what you're saying there. I should have been specific. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, I get what you guys. I should have said in the playoffs. David says, don't kill bees, but F wasps. I mean, I don't kill them. If the rule is stay out of the house. Just stay out of the house. Right? Silva. Real says Game 7 wasn't an elimination game. It was, and if we lose, I need to rethink all my life choices game. I never, it's funny. I never, and I've told this before, I never considered the possibility we were losing Game 7. It never crossed my mind because I knew Fluffy was dying and I knew there was just no way. There was just no way that we were going to get reverse swept and the dog was going to die. And I knew he was dying. I so literally using that logic, like, I was nervous, I was stressed, but I never considered, I'm like, that can't happen. It just could never happen. It's just how my brain worked. It was just like, I was just numb at that point with everything that was going on. Hey, thank you, MJ. Thank you, buddy. Says world headlines: Trump wants to reopen Alcatraz. That's P. Diddy trial begins today. Warren Buffett is stepping down as Berkshire Hathaway CEO. Tragic shooting in Glendale, Arizona. 32 people rescued from a sinking yacht in Miami. Yikes. It's amazing the things I don't see because I don't watch the news. Wow. Thank you, MJ. Thank you again. Now, Alcatraz, that's interesting. If they reopen it and when they close it again, do we get a new movie? Do we get another Escape from Alcatraz movie? I can't imagine. That's crazy. Not like bad crazy, just like interesting crazy. Next week, he'll want to open up a prison on the moon, and people will take him seriously. David says, I considered it, talking about Game 7. He says, I considered it till Rhino scored, then I knew. Silva says, there's only so much bad that can happen to one person at once. Good logic. That was it, man. That was it. It was just like, this, we can't lose. It was a guarantee in my mind because there's no way, right? Oh, I lost the chat here for a second. Yeah, MJ. Yes, you do. We appreciate that. I don't know what's going on. And that's serious too. People ask me my opinion on things and I'm like, what? Who? You know? I mean, like the 8 years that Obama was president, I didn't pay attention. Like I couldn't tell you anything that happened. I was raising kids. I was giving massages. I don't know anything that happened in those 8 years. And I was better off for it too. MJ, yeah, let's get another movie. Who would play? Wasn't that Clint Eastwood in the first one? David, yeah, The Rock. I remember seeing that one. Yeah. Alcatraz has been closed for like 65 years. Isn't that crazy? What's he going to do? Hey, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. She says, if we lost, I don't think the Panthers would have rebounded from losing the finals, then blowing a 3-0 next. No, I agree. Yeah, that would end it. You can't come back from that. 2 straight finals, getting reverse swept. I mean, you want to talk about the summer from hell. No, I agree. You can't come back from that. Dietrich, yeah, that's one way to put it. It's been blurry, right? David says, I went to Alcatraz when I visited San Francisco, went on a WW2 sub also. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've always wanted to take a vacation and do stuff like that, like go to where you can, walk around the subs and all of that. And it always sounded like fun to me. I just never got a chance to do it. On my bucket list is to get back to Alaska. So maybe if in my older age, we're able to take a trip, just drive all the way out there and do stuff like that in California, and then just drive up to Alaska. If Canada and the United States are still friends at that point, with whatever the hell else is going to happen in this crazy world. Mythical says Alcatraz generates a lot of income from tourists and visitors. Don't know why he wants to. I mean, I don't make any sense to me, but who knows? Silva, yeah. Clint Eastwood, yeah, he's almost 100 now, right? Yep. Yeah, the sea lions are super loud and annoying. No. Oh, walk across the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know with my vertigo. I don't know. Maybe I could do it. Like I can't like look over the side. I'm like, that's it for me. Yeah, thank you, Greg. Hit that like button. Yeah. Yeah, the Kenai Peninsula. That's where when I was in Alaska, my girlfriend was from Kenai. Yeah. Oh, the fishing's crazy, Dietrich. That's how I ended up there. When I went to tech school, I was originally sent to England, and a buddy of mine was sent to Alaska, and he was crying. I was like, what's wrong? It's like, well, I got Alaska. My wife says she won't come because it's too cold. And they allowed us to swap with anybody that was in our tech school, that was in our tech class, as long as we had the same job. And so I heard he got Alaska, and I grew up fishing in Miami, and my uncle had lived in Alaska. He was in the Air Force in Alaska. So I just like, you want to go to England? Because I'll go to Alaska. So he called his wife and was like, yeah, I'll go to England. And so they went to England, and I got to go to Alaska. Ted, no, man, that was crazy last night. That was crazy. Yeah, and Dallas Winnipeg's going to be good. As long as Hellebuyck shows up, he's got to play better. David says, amazing place on earth in summer. Yeah. Yeah, winter is not for the meek. If you've ever, I mean, you guys in Canada know, but the winter in Alaska is not for the meek, man. Ted, yeah, right back at you, brother. You were in the Air Force in the 90s, stationed at New Mexico, Cannon. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way that the Stars are making the finals. Real says, imagine every Winnipeg series goes 7 games because they only win their home games. Right? Amanda says, no, it's Vegas and Florida again. I still would prefer to play the Sharks. Is there any way that can happen? Can we just replace Toronto with the Sabres? We'll play the Canes again. I'll take the Canes again. And then just play the Sharks instead of Vegas or Dallas. I'm just, is it possible? Can we do that? Please? The stress is going to get to us. Yeah, Panthers in 6. That's what I'm saying. But I'm obviously not afraid to take it to 7. I almost would feel bad for Leaf fans if it went to 7 because they'd be so damn hopeful. Because if you can beat the Panthers, you can win the Cup. I think that's easy to say. So we'll see how this goes. Teams got to hold on to their leads. Kenneth says, I don't know, these Canadian winners, Alaska winner would still concern you. What's the coldest you've been in, Kenneth? I had like -65. One day in January, it warmed up to 4 below, and we were outside playing football in our T-shirts. Silva says, imagine it's Winnipeg versus Florida in the Cup final, and every Winnipeg series before they won because Winnipeg only won at home, but then the Panthers are road warriors and sweep them. Ooh, boy. Yeesh. Yeah, Robertson gets in. Dallas going to be tough, F. That's true. And Heiskanen, too. Don't forget it. He's supposed to come back as well. Amanda thinks a Canada team will win next year. Well, if the Panthers do repeat, if they go through a whole other run and they actually repeat, like, do we even make the playoffs next year? Or do we just sleepwalk? Like, do we just sleepwalk? Or do you think, nah, I won't even say that. Hey, thank you, MJ. Thank you, bud. He says, question of the day, which of the second round series will go 7 games? Which will be sweeps? Vegas and Edmonton, to me, sounds like 7 games. I don't see any sweep potential. It's interesting. I think Carolina will beat Washington. However, if Carolina's not careful, I think if I had to pick one series that could turn into a sweep, it would be Washington sweeping Carolina if they can't get the puck in the back of the net. Schwassi thinks the Stars will be a sweep. I mean, I don't know. It's not possible. I mean, I'm not saying it's not. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Panthers will be a sweep or 7 games. Matt MJ says 6. I agree there. Yeah, at least Ryan and Lundell. That's tough. You add Marchand to that. Please re-sign Marchand. Like, wouldn't that be amazing week if the Panthers repeat and then in the next week they re-sign Bennett and Marchand? Like, inject that into my veins. So Amanda says Panthers will win in 5, Vegas will win in 6, Hurricanes win in 6, and Dallas in 5. Ooh, no game 7s, huh? We got to have one game 7. Vegas and Edmonton, we got to have one game 7. Yeah, MJ, I agree. Oh man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Michael. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I appreciate that offer. We'll have to see how things are going over here on this end of the bridge, because it's a lot for me to get over there. But we'll talk. I appreciate that. We'll talk about that. I don't want to appear to be talking about it before the Leafs. You know what that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't want to like start talking about that before we would know. You know what I mean? Hey, Windy City. That's right. It's lottery day too. That's right. That's right. Good point. Good point. MJ, yeah, we need more game 7s, man. That was crazy. Real says, I keep Leaf fans hoping Nyes gets revenge on Bennett, but then the whole Panthers roster goes after him. We'll see. I'm hoping it's not going to be Michael. Yeah, no, exactly. You know, weird things happen when I speak, Michael. You know what I mean? You know? So it says, okay, hear me out. What if we win the Cup? Chucky takes all of next year off, where we re-sign everybody, make the playoffs, beat Tampa in round 1 again, and then get swept in Ottawa round 2. Oh, boy. Hey, thank you, MJ. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. He says, another one. Have you ever been to Cinco de Mayo parties? If so, what was the party like? I went to one Cinco de Mayo party way, way back. I think I was 20. It was was it in Coconut Grove? So it was a Coconut Grove. It was a Coconut Grove party. Was I I can't remember if it was before I went in the Air Force or after I got out or I was home. But I remember distinctly being at one in Coconut Grove. And it was, I mean, Coconut Grove, just whatever the holiday is, it's just naked people in the street partying. I mean, that's really it, right? Kenny says, come on, Jaws, Panthers sweep and Bob, 4 shutout. No, you're not going to catch me slipping. I see what Dangle did. And I don't blame him either, right? Yours were in Chicago, MJ. Ed says the revenge on Bennett is they lose the series and Nyes laughs in Bob's face. Interesting perspective. Can't forget Gudis, right? With Joseph Wall. Can't forget about that. That's for sure. A lot of interesting things could possibly happen. MD says, I have friends who are Mexican and they invited me to your parties. Yeah, those have got to be good. Yep. Amanda says, I know we're going to have like 200 Leaf fans trolling each game. I know it. I know it's coming. It's okay. We'll handle them. Amanda, you want a wrench? I should give Amanda, do you want a wrench? Let me know. I'll fix that up. I'll fix that up for you before game 1. All right, David. We'll see you tonight, bud. Matthews, yeah, Gudis is Trey's favorite player. No doubt. No, oh, Spencer Knight, too. Don't forget his kid got traded this year. Kenneth says Amanda's going to ban me. Oh, man. Good times. Well, what do we got? All right, I hear Kyle walking upstairs. So, Spencer too with Trey, no doubt, no doubt. Amanda, it means you're a moderator, so you can ban people and put them in timeout and whatnot. Hey, Michael, Chris says Panthers take it in 5. So that would mean, Amanda, you can if you see something in the chat, you can put them in timeout, ban them, etc. But some people don't want that. So Ryan says, I'll lose when the Panthers lose. I'll laugh when the Panthers lose to Toronto. I mean, they might win a game. You ran a 5K yesterday, Michael. Hey, that's good stuff. How hot was it in Tampa? Right? Is it already in the 90s there? Ted, oh, you lived on South Glades Drive? Very cool. Yeah. I can't imagine what that area is like now, man. So much changed. It's almost like a drunk put it together. Yeah, let's just get this. Like I was going to say, let's get the 2 points tonight, but that's not exactly how it works anymore, right? We just have to start off the same way we did against Tampa. Just come out, and it's weird because everybody thought Tampa. A lot of people thought Tampa was going to beat us. Amanda, thank you. She says Revy needs to go in timeout. I think. I don't want to. I feel like he's struggling with some stuff, and I don't want to be, I don't want to be harsh to him. He's super chatting, and I kind of feel like he's struggling a bit. You know what I mean? Hey, thank you, MJ. Thank you, bud. What's the question? It went too fast. Says one more favorite concession food sporting events. Favorite concession food. Oh, that's a good question. MJ, you agree which way? You agree with what Amanda was saying? What's the favorite? Not the nachos, because they usually give me a headache. I have to think about that. Like the what is it? What are the nuts that they sell? The cinnamon, is it cinnamon pecans? Is that what? Agree with Amanda, right? Amanda says Austin need to give him advice. He's really having a hard time. He is. I know. So I don't know what to do in the middle. You know what I mean? He's super chatting, and I don't want to come off any certain way because he's obviously struggling. His dog died, and so it's like, what do I? You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to. I trying to walk the line there and help him out. So I really don't know what, like if I put him in timeout or something like that, it's like I don't want him to feel bad because he's obviously struggling. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? No, MJ, I think it's like cinnamon pecans or something that we find, But if either one of you have any advice about the Revy thing, feel free to email me at flyingfluffyhockey@gmail.com. Maybe I should just have him email me. I don't, it's like, he seems like he's just a good guy that's struggling right now, and he just needs an ear, Trey, Jesus Christ. Oh. Yeah, no, MJ, I'm trying, but I end up so busy by the end of the day. I just been so crazy busy by the end of the day. It's coming. Matthew says, I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to sub, but I literally can't find it out. Hold on, I'll put that link right now, right here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, I gotta watch this hockey psychology video too. Let's see. Let's see. I should have a link. No, that is. No, actually, I don't have a link. That's interesting. I have a link to become a member. That's what I have. Is that what you're saying? Become a member? Or are you here? I'm going to post the link, Matthew, I'm going to post the link to become a member. You don't need to become a member, but this should bring you to where you could subscribe. Let me know. I put that link there. That's in the descriptions, but I actually don't have a link to subscribe. YouTube doesn't make it overtly. Usually there's just a button inside of any video. Like if you watch a video, let me see. There should be like and underneath the video title, there should be a button that next to my name says Flying Fluffy Hockey, 8.78 subscribers. And there should be like a join or subscribe button. There should be a button like before you get to the description. If you watch any of the videos, there should be a button right there. It's like a blue button. I'm colorblind, but that's what should be there. Amanda says, yesterday, Jake says, I don't get memberships. And I tried that one time. I sent it in the news stream because sometimes YouTube doesn't let you donate randomly. And man, I appreciate all of it. You've gifted plenty of memberships. We got so many members now. We get people that, and it's a good thing. We get people that aren't even on the streams. That's what will happen. Is if everybody in the stream is a member or too many people, they'll just gift memberships to people that haven't even watched the channel. But it's a good thing. Dietrich says, yeah, nuts for nuts are the cinnamon candied pecans and almond. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Dietrich. Yeah. So Ted, he's asking about the Maryland crab cakes. I don't like I don't like crab cakes. I've never have. I don't like Old Bay seasoning. I don't like the crab cakes. They leave a film and a taste in my mouth. No. There's a lot of things that I would rather eat a portobello mushroom than a crab cake. That's how much I don't like the crab cakes. Yeah, Chris, Amanda gifted 20 yesterday, so maybe she did, which is a good segue. Once we're done here, the members podcast, I did finally get one up. That's going to be up about a half hour after 20 minutes after we're done here. I recorded one on Friday and I uploaded it. And when I don't know what the hell happened to it. It deleted. It was gone. When I came back to post it, it was gone. It was later in the day. So I don't know what happened on Friday, but I got one up today. So, oh man, MJ, yeah, man, we had a great time last night. MJ, I put out a video highlight of the stream from last night and the one both days. Both streams, I put up video highlights from the streams because for both games, I had Stars in 7. Kyle's had Avs, and Donna was there. She had Avs in 7. And then yesterday, I had Jets in 7, and Kyle had Blues. So to say Kyle was less than thrilled, to say that Kyle was not happy would be an understatement. So, yeah. All right, everybody, got to roll. Got to do the eBay pack and ship for Monday. Love you all. Appreciate all the support. Genuinely, all the super chats, you guys, what makes this all possible for us. Tonight, 8 o'clock, and it's only one game. That's good. That's a good. Now, tomorrow, my intent is both games. So I'll be gentle with Kyle. I'll let him sleep. All right, everybody. Appreciate all the support. And we'll do it tonight. Tonight, game 1. Just come out and repeat what we did against Tampa. We hope.